absolutely nothing because we are moms.
Yes.
And we don't really get a time off. But we posted today on our blog about self-care, and as moms, we don't really get a whole lot of time, a lot of the time. It makes no sense. But we don't get time for ourselves. We don't even get to go to the bathroom
By ourselves.
Yeah,
knocking. Mom!
Or they just waltz into the bathroom.
Yes, that too.
Ask if we need help.
And
to
if the
go
door's
potty.
locked, then the kicking starts.
So, and then to find childcare, for at least for me, for 4 kids, costs more than even just going and getting my hair done. So sometimes I'm just like, screw it, I don't need it.
It can wait.
And I don't need none of that. But the problem with that is that unless we take care of ourselves, eventually it's going to catch up with us, and eventually our kids are going to reap the consequences of that.
Not just our kids, but also our husbands and those closest to us, because as each one of us know, it is so much easier to get mad at those that we are closest to, that we're around more often, and that we love the most, because more often than not we know they're not going to go anywhere, which is the sad truth. But let's be honest, it happens. We're human. Come on. Self-care is so needed, whatever that is. If that's go get your chocolate bar and eat it before dinner, if that's your self-care, you go, girl. If your self-care is a glass of wine like mine was last night, go for it. Whatever gives you that moment that refreshes you. And some of you might like just sitting in a hot bath. Maybe you're an essential oil mama like we are, and you have to put a few drops in, but find something that makes you feel refreshed in just those few moments. It's amazing what 2 to 3 minutes of self-care can do for a whole day.
And 2, I think that a lot of times we get so caught up in everybody else around us and everything else around us that we also forget to make not only ourselves a priority, but God a priority as well.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting sometimes, at least to me, that if I just spend a few minutes praying with God. I was on my way to the salon yesterday, and I was like, well, I've got 40 minutes in the car, so we're just gonna pray. And those moments that I had no kids. Holla to my sister.
Hey.
Okay, so I didn't have any kids, so I had no one to bother me, and I just, there was moments where I would just cry. And I think sometimes just crying is enough, just to admit and to, to show that although we try and be strong and we try and be, superwoman, if you will, we still are emotional human beings, and we still have emotions and feelings, and it's okay to feel them. And so I think that's also something that we need to make a priority of. We need to make, God our priority, so that we're able to see what maybe He has in store for us as individuals as well. There might be things where, like I used to love to do certain things for my self-care. Now that I have kids, I can't do those. And so seeking after God and asking Him, what can I do for me that will, bring me joy? And it's interesting to see that there's little things that He'll slip in that I'm like, wow, this was really nice to just have this moment. So we want you guys to find a little time, even if it's just for a few minutes, or even if it's for 40, 50 minutes or hour, or more than 1 hour. If it's more than 1 hour, girl, you go.
And you better tell us what it is and how you got to do it.
Yes.
Because that's amazing.
Yes. So, but still, find some time for yourself tonight, just a little bit of time, and really bask in God and just His love for you. And remember, we always love you, and we're always here. So have a wonderful Friday. Woo! And I hope you all have a good weekend. We got sports this weekend, so I'm gonna be tired tomorrow.
Comment down below what you guys have planned this weekend, even if it's just staying in and watching movies. Sometimes as a family that's needed. Subscribe, hit your notification button. We will link the blog in the description below. Eventually we're going to figure out these info cards. I have no idea when, but it will happen, I promise. But for now, the description for the blog will be below if you'd like to read more about self-care. A little bit more on what my sister was saying. Definitely focusing on God for a few moments. Earlier this week, we were in the book of James. And it is amazing. Like, yes, definitely ask God, what can I do for myself? But more, ask him what he can help you do.
Yeah.
Because we are going to have trials. We are going to have moments that are supposed to push us over so that we lean on God. That is something that's going to happen. It is in the Bible. And we'll speak more on that a little bit in the future. We do have something coming up regarding that. But seriously, find your moments in time and allow God to speak through you and give you that refreshing and that peace that you might need right now. We love you all. We're praying for you. If you need anything from us, please let us know. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.